Yeah, Connell, and since we've last spoken, I do have an update here procedurally. The Senate is not ruling out taking this thing up tonight. John Thune says that's going to depend on Democrats. They might try to just pass it by unanimous consent, meaning if everybody agrees, nobody objects, they can just fast track it and pass it tonight with a voice vote, which would be quite something considering that just a couple of days ago we were all pretty convinced, because that was the indication we got, the Senate was not even going to take this up at all, and that the House was going to pass it with maybe splitting Republicans in half on this vote. Clearly, we are a long way from that from just a couple of days ago. We talked about how important it was that this was an overwhelming vote in the Senate to move this thing in the House to move it forward, because then it puts pressure on Senate Majority Leader John Thune to actually get this done. But the real win today, and the stars of today, Connell, honestly are these victims, these Epstein survivors, many of whom shared their emotional testimony today. I just was walking and speaking minutes ago with three of them. What they were telling me was it was this sense of relief. If you put yourself in their shoes, having gone through this traumatic experience early on in their lives as teenagers, and for years people didn't believe them, people sort of shut them up or tried to, and for years they have been fighting for some kind of win and acknowledgement and accountability, and for them to actually watch this vote happen, and they were in the House chamber when the vote happened. It really is an emotional and amazing day for them, but obviously not done yet. I want to play just one soundbite we got from one of the survivors, Haley Robson. While today is an achievement, certainly there's still a lot of anger and frustration, and she let some of that air out today.
We need to have that support. And anybody who goes against this bill to be passed, and anybody that uses the tactics of intimidation or coercive control to sway an opinion, tells me they are not on the right side of things. You are no better than Jeffrey Epstein.
So they are hoping that if this does pass and gets to President Trump's desk and he signs it, that the Department of Justice follows through and doesn't play any sort of procedural games or delay tactics. Obviously, all of that is for another day. But we are waiting now, as the Senate may take this up, if not today, it's seemingly soon. And John Thune says they're not going to even amend it. They're just going to pass it as is.
That was one of the questions, whether there would be any amendments. Okay, Joe. Joe Khalil is live on Capitol.